Jones, hey, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate that. Danny says hello. Hey, Danny, how are you tonight? Hope you guys are doing good. A little bit later than normal for me, but I didn't want to skip a day. Good. I'm glad to hear that, Danny. I miss seeing you. I'm glad everything is going good. Danny, did you see the news on the PlayStation 5 Pro? Did you see that price tag? Good. Galvin says good. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. So they announced the upgrade to the PS5. Of course, it's the PS5 Pro, just like we had a PS4 Pro. It's insanely priced. It is $700 without a disk drive. If you want the external disk drive, it's another $100. So you're looking at $800 basically. It does look good. I mean, it's a huge upgrade to both the RAM and the onboard or to graphic capabilities. I think it does the equivalent of like RTX DLSS and stuff like that. But I'll be honest. I mean, I've looked at the side-by-side pictures, and yes, I can see a difference. But not enough difference to make me want to pay that kind of money. PS5 Pro with no disk drive is crazy, says Golvin. You're absolutely right. I mean, I know they want to push everybody to digital and whatnot, and that's cool. Because even the PS5, right? If you put a PS4 disc in, or even a PS5 disc for that matter, it always just installs it to the hard drive right from the get-go. Like, it doesn't play off the disc, and I know why. Games that size, if they were loading from a disc, it just wouldn't be, it wouldn't be doable. But just not having that built-in option is ridiculous. Because I have a whole library of discs, that I don't want to give up or pay $10 or whatever to get the digital version, whatever the deal was, I forget. So I'm good. I think I'm gonna just ride out my PS5 until the 6 comes out. Golden says 2 terabyte hard drive. It ships with, but like you can get a decent gaming PC for $800. Yeah, you can. The PC that I have now, I built maybe, I can't remember, 2 or 3 years ago, and I want to say it was $1,300. This is what I paid for all of the parts. But of course, I got an i9. No, I didn't. What is it? I can't even remember. What do I have? It's an i9, i7. I don't recall. Let's take a look. But this was, like I said, a couple of years back. And I got a 3070, which is cheaper these days. But at the time, it was during the graphic card shortage. And no, I've got an i7. I'm sorry. It's a 10700K. So graphic cards were still at a premium price when I built this machine. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry, guys. Graphic cards were still overpriced when I built this machine. So, I probably could have waited a year and built it for cheaper. But anyways, enough of that. Let's get the game going here. Danny says, I still don't have a PS. No, but you've got an Xbox, right? You play on the Xbox, don't you? I think so. Because we played Diablo together, I remember that. Yeah. So, I have a question for you. Have you seen the Diablo expansion? There's an expansion coming out, I think, next month, maybe, for Diablo 4. And it costs, it's an add-on, right? And it costs just as much as the base game. So, yeah, there's a new expansion, adds a bunch of new stuff. I think a new class, probably. I can't remember. Honestly, I haven't researched it as much as I should because the price blew me away. It was like $60 just for the add-on. And I think that's what the game cost. Although I believe when Diablo 4 came out, I bought the $130 version or whatever it was. I paid over $100 for the super extreme deluxe, which I didn't use any of that crap. So I don't think I'm going to do that with this expansion. I might just buy the base package. Yeah. I don't remember what it cost. It was something stupid. I've got on my website, I think I mentioned the cost. Let's see. Always turn to my site for information. Let's see. What did I say? I don't think I gave pricing details on the site. Value. The Ultimate Edition at $100, so I paid $100 for it. Yeah, it was wild. I'm not going to do that with the add-on, especially since the game was a little lackluster for me. But anyways, let's get into the game we're going to play tonight. And of course, as always, it is Wizardry 7, Crusaders of the Dark Savant. We're going to pick right up where we left off in the last stream. So at this point, we've played probably, 40-something streams of this game. And we're now in the last 80%, 85% of the game. We're almost done. Space Marine 2 when, Gulvin says. I don't know. I mean, it looks kind of cool. I think I saw some streamers playing it. I'm not a Warhammer guy, but I've been told that you don't have to be to enjoy Space Marine. So when we finish with this game, I think I'm actually going to do something a little different, just to kind of refresh the palate a little bit, just to kind of, take my mind off of CRPGs, dungeon crawlers for a moment. I was thinking about streaming the new Doom add-on that just came out. The original Doom had an update, and they added a whole new playable chapter. So I might stream that for a handful of streams before moving on to Wizardry 8, because I'm getting a lot of emails. People want to see Wizardry 8. So the last time we played, we got on the boat and we set sail from New City into the Sea of Sorrows, and we found this island, and it is the Dragon Island, or the island with Dragon Mountain, or Dragon Cave, or whatever you want to call it. We're in the cave now, and that's where, as far as we got. So as always, I've got the auto map here. One cool thing that happened on the last stream was I realized that we had actually uncovered a glitch in the game. So one of the things you do in this game is you have to go around and collect maps, and the maps give you clues to solve various puzzles in the game. And there's one map in particular that you have to have in order to complete the game. And it was the only map that we did not have. And so not only are you, the player, roaming around and collecting these maps, but so are various NPCs. And we actually had every map except that one. And there's a mechanic in the game where you can talk to NPCs and find out, who's rumored to possess what map. And we learned that the map that I needed was being held by one particular NPC who was seen at this location. So we go to that location, and he's not there. And that's when it dawned on me what had happened. This NPC, and just about only this NPC, has a special storyline element to where after you've interacted with him and done a side quest for him, this NPC packs up all of his stuff and leaves the planet. And when he does, he's gone. He's gone from the game. And he left the planet with a map that we needed. And remember, this is a map that you need in order to complete the game. So it leaves you in a bad place. You literally cannot finish the game if this set of circumstances occurs. Now, nowadays, in today's world, something like this game-breaking bug would be patched out, no problem. But no one's going to go back and patch this game from 1992 or 1991 or however old it is. So I was left with sort of a conundrum. Do I just go ahead and quit playing? Or do I take matters into my own hands? So I did go in with a hex editor, and I went in and added that map to the inventory of an NPC who's still in the game. And then we were able to go in and just buy the map from that NPC, thus solving the problem and being able to complete the game. Not something that I normally do. I don't like to cheat or hex edit or anything like that. But like I said, we're 40 episodes invested into this game, and I didn't want to leave it unsolved. So in this case, I kind of did what was necessary. So it's a good lesson, too, to people who watch the replays on YouTube. If you're going to deal with Barlone, make sure you get the legend map before you finish his quest line, because if he ends up with the map in his possession and leaves, you're in trouble. All right. So now that that's out of the way, let's get to exploring. Gonna turn on Enchanted Blade. Makes the weapons hit harder. Gonna cast Armor Plate on the party. Give them a little more defense. We are going to put the magic screen up. I guess I'm going to do it at level 5. Because I don't know what kind of monsters are in here. And detect secret in case I miss anything hidden on the screen. So here we go. We're going to map this cave for the first time. And we have an encounter. So we've got some Luna Mothras. Not too bad. Let's Bard's going to use the flute here. The poet's lute rather, to put the second group to sleep, or try to. And they're aerial. So let's see if we can cast a whirlwind on these guys. And then maybe toss a low level magic missile on them too. And maybe we can get through this in one round. Not bad. 2 of them did fall asleep. That's good. Alright, so we're just going to melee through the rest of the fight. So if it's your first time seeing this stream or this game and you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. I'll do my best to answer. I've played Wizardry 7, I don't know, a handful of times in my life, but it's been a good 10 or 12 years since I played it last. So there's a lot of stuff that I do not remember, that I have forgotten. Okay, Lulu has leveled up. Now a level 19 Bard. So I'm going to toss skill points into throwing. And we're going to boost that Skullduggery. Almost maxed out Skullduggery, which is traps and things like that. Alright, let's save after that level up. Right, so let's... Oh, what's this? Cave in. Oh, wow. That's a lot of damage. Oh, man. Alright, so the hazards of cave exploration. So let's do a health full here. Just to kind of give the party overall party-wide heal. Yeah, that should be good enough. Wonder how many more of those are scattered throughout the cave. Let's go this way. Dead end here. Now I'm keeping a watch on this icon here. This is the detect secret icon. If there is a button or a hidden secret on the ground, that eye will glitter. A visual cue to let you know you may want to search. That's why I check out every nook and cranny. Sometimes there's a switch or something of the sort. Three blackbirds. I wonder if these are the dragon rooks. Enemies are not always identified when first encountered. So we're going to just kind of play it by ear. I bet these are the dragon rooks that are kind of a pain. Kind of hardy birds. Only one fell asleep. Alright, one down. Critical hit. Another crit. Bird fell unconscious. Right, that was an easy encounter. Oh, alright, so Sato's leveled up. New pre-spell. So what do we got? Cure Stone. That's actually a good one to have. Some of these other ones are very enticing. Astral Gate, Recharge. Astral Gate's a good spell. You can literally just zap an enemy into another plane of existence and win the battle. And it works on the high level boss enemies too, or there's a chance that it can. But really, I know I need to take that Cure Stone. I need that. As much as I want the cool spell, I need the practical spell. Let's keep chugging along this direction. Alright, so that's a connecting hallway there. This ought to lead somewhere. Another cave-in. Good lord. Ooh, Danny almost... Oh, look, and what the cave-in did was block that path off. Did you see that? Alright, so let's save. We're going to have to rest. I hate to do that because when we rest, your spells, your buffs can wear off. But we're not going to have a choice. Now, when you rest in this game, you always pose the risk of monsters, coming up on the camp and attacking. And some characters may sleep through the encounter, so you have to be very careful with the resting. But it's a necessary evil. One of the mechanics that I feel like should be improved in the game. At the very least, don't make you rest in simulated time. Maybe just let the screen fade out and fade back in. I don't know. There's a couple different ways you can implement it. I'm doing a little manual healing with a character that always attacks. That way we don't burn the priest's spell slots. Alright, so we're going to save. I'm going to rest up again just to get the magic points rested. And here's that encounter that's interrupted the rest that I was talking about. So they're vampire vultures. And I've got Trevi's asleep, Kyler's asleep, Danny and Sato are asleep, which leaves Claire and Lulu awake. So ambush during rest. Always happens. 4 party members still asleep. Claire can crit, so hopefully Claire might crit on this one. No, but it fell unconscious. So we still have 4 vampire vultures, but none are conscious currently. Claire, Lulu, and now Sato are awake. So Claire's going to keep chipping away at this one. Lulu's going to... We're going to use another... I'm going to use another instrument. What's Sato going to do? Man. Yeah, let's do it. We'll do a level 7 whirlwind on the group of 3. Hurt them, but didn't do much. Alright, so all 3 vultures are irritated. That'll make it hard for them to hit us. Lowers their attack roll, basically. Still Trevi and Kyler and Danny still asleep. That's annoying. Let's do one of these. Cast a bard spell there. Well, Claire, you can do better than that. There we go. Alright, everybody's awake now, so we'll make short work of the remaining group. We'll just do melee attacks. another quick little rest just to see those spell points pop back up. You know, with all of this, these cave-ins and whatnot, I want to keep these hit points topped off. Especially on the more squishy characters. Alright, let's get our utility spells back up. Man, I see I didn't... This goes up to 300 something. I didn't want to burn that much. Magic. But you gotta rest so many times to get it back on full. I don't think we need to worry about magic screen. It seems like most of what's in this dungeon are natural enemies. Alright, so here's the other end of that path. Yeah, other side of the cave-in. Right there. Okay. Oh, so we have a body of water here. I wonder if we're expected to swim. So I don't like to swim too much because it always drains the stamina. So let's save. We're going to do a little save scumming here and just see. Okay, so there is this new area here. Just one square away from the water. Okay. Downward turn here. Let's save. More vampire vultures. Yeah, 3. So these guys are pretty susceptible to sleep spells. I'll play that poet's lute. I think Danny's going to... Let's give him a nice little low-level fireball. Between that and the melee attackers, we should be able to knock them out. Man, this is like a twisty, windy cave. That doesn't look typical to me. That looks like something special. Before we go that route, let's just see. Oh no, no. It's a normal. Yeah, it's a normal structure. Cave slimes? Yeah, cave slimes. So these guys are pretty susceptible to ice. So we're going to bless the party with the angel's tongue. There it is. And Sato's going to fight. Danny's going to pull an ice ball out. Level 4. There we go. Alright, so dead end. Onward. Oh wow, what do we got here? Komodo dragon and giant lizards. So the melee attackers are going to focus on the one individual, try to take him out. I'm going to try to put the group of 3 to sleep. Sadow's going to throw a blades spell, level 5 at the 3, and Danny's going to ice ball, level 4 of the 3. Only one fell asleep. Alright, Komodo's down, so we should be able to knock it out next round. Okay. That was a quick back-to-back encounter there. Excuse me. Really, all of this was a dead end. Are you kidding me? Okay. I really thought going across that water would take us to something of interest. So let's save. I tell you what, I don't really have a choice. I've got to rest that stamina some more. I hate to lose my buffs, but let's get everybody's stamina up to 100%. And then we'll take another dip in the water here and see what might lie on the other side. If anything, it's probably going to connect to this. It's probably not really navigable. I got a few more steps before we get in trouble. So here's a whole new area right here. So let's rest back up. So the stamina of the yellow bar depletes while they're swimming. They, are exhausted and they fall asleep, and so they'll drown. So you'll be very careful when you're in the water. Be very careful. This is a new area. It's like a big cave system. It's kind of cool. A lot of dead ends, though. A singular shadow crust. That's a new one. Man, it's like a never-ending cave. I hope there's a shortcut out of here. another cave in. Ooh. Alright, so this no longer connects over here. That's a shame. Man. Alright, let's do the healing game here. So just resting up here. Alright, so 2 and 2. Who's awake? Claire and Lulu. Of course, that'd be all that's awake, naturally. So, let's do this. Yeah, Claire got a crit. Alright. Ooh, well that woke everybody up. That woke everybody up, except for Danny. Danny, why are you sleeping on the job? So Gulvin, if you're still there, if you watch regularly, then next game you might get a character named after you. That's how we do it. All right. All right, back to the rest. Got to do it. I want to see one more tick on the magic point bars, and then I'll do some more manual healing. Oops. All right. Once again, have to rest up some more. Kelvin says, sorry, running a dungeon while listening to you. What are you playing? WoW or Space Marine? WoW, okay. I haven't played WoW since the release of Cataclysm. And then when I loaded the expansion and saw all of the Dwarven area all redone and all of that, I was just kind of like, I know that the classic servers exist now, but I was more of a Final Fantasy 11 and 14 player than a WoW player anyways. I think my last character was a Worgen. when they were brand new. That's how long it's been. All right, let's proceed down this path to another encounter. Oh, now this is different. 2 skeleton lords. That's cool. So, what do we want to do here? I guess we'll take the easy way out, and we'll use Sato's Dispel Undead spell. We'll try it at level 4. It might not be strong enough to dispel level monsters this strong. Nope, got them both. Easy fight. And I found a key. Is this what I think it is? Is this maybe a key of Gorse? No, a key of Crypts. So that's one that we never had before. Interesting. Interesting, because I think there's an island, a crypt island, in these waters too. So this might be a crucial item. You know, I think, well, I don't know. I don't want to say anything, because I could be wrong. But I think I know what that key's for. Good Lord, it's like a never-ending cave. So we have dragon rooks and hog beetles. So the encounters have kind of ramped up a bit. Since we took this turn up here, we're getting more varied encounters. I've noticed. Shadow's going to throw some blades at these rooks, and then Danny's going to go kind of balls to the wall with a level 5 fireball on the hog beetles. So every hog beetle fell asleep. That's amazing. Fireball hit for 33, 34, 27, but it's not killing these guys. But we've cooked them. Maybe the melee attackers can take care of the dragon rooks. I forgot that Sato used magic on them. It's all that's left of the hog beetles. All 5 are awake again. We're going to try to put them back to sleep. And I want to just see what we can do with just melee attacks, because they've already been softened up a little bit from the fireball. One down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, 5 down. All right. So ain't no party like a hog beetle party. One dragon lizard, probably another Komodo dragon. So here we are. I feel like we're getting close to something. Oh, what is that? A cave thrax. Look at that thing. That is absolutely horrendous. That would make me soil myself if I came across one of those for real. I will not lie about that. That is disturbing on so many levels. We're going to do just an energy blast. Can we crit it? That's the question. And then we didn't crit, but it died. let's go down this tunnel to another room. Let's save. We haven't saved in a hot minute. Man, it just keeps on going. Making me work for whatever it is at the end of the cave here. Ooh, he bit Sato. This is a good place to rest. Like something's around the corner. I can just feel it. It's not far. Getting up early in the morning is a drag this time of night. I apologize for the yawns. Even on my off days, I still wake up at 5 a.m. I can't help it. Alright. I'm going to pop these spells back up. Because I feel like there's something up here. Maybe not. Because we've hit another dead end, it looks like. Here's another Thrax. Oh, this one's a mountain Thrax, so this one might be tougher. Let's do a bless on the party instead of a sleep. And let's give this thing a good old chilling touch. Oh, and we critted it. Nice. Golden says, yeah, me and you have talked about WoW before, so I thought I remembered you saying that. Yeah, great game. It just never became a hobby of mine because I was already invested in another similar game. Oh, what is this? Dragonessa. So this is the first time we've encountered this monster model in the game. So I guess this is why they call this the Dragon Island. I know nothing about this monster. I mean, I'm sure I've encountered it before in other playthroughs, but I don't remember anything about it today. So, how are we going to do this? I doubt a death spell would be effective against it. But I've not tried a Word of Death before, or Death Wish before. Let's try a Word of Death at level 4. Let's just see what that spell does. That's a spell we've never used. And Danny's going to cast a Deep Freeze at level 5. Reptiles are usually susceptible to cold. Word of Death. Hit. 27 damage. Alright, so it's basically a overpowered make wounds. Deep Freeze hit for almost 50 damage. Takes a lot of hits. Breathes fire. Unaffected. Claire got hit. Lulu hit. Ooh, and it hurts too. Danny. Ooh, Lord, we have to take this thing out before it does that again. That's bad news right there. Bad news. Bad news. Okay, so what's Lulu going to do? Let's try this Demon Spawn Horn here. Sato is going to do a healthful at level 7. We're just going to go all out on the party here. And Danny's going to do another deep freeze at level 5. Deep freeze. Unaffected this time. Alright. We critted it. That was a close one. Gotta save after that, y'all. Gotta save. I hate to do it. I hate to waste so much stream time resting. But these magic points are too low. So I've got to rest. It's not the most interesting thing to watch, I know, but it's a necessary evil. Where are we at now? We're in the 120s. Gotta keep going with the resting. Gotta keep going. Just a little bit more on the magic points and I'll be satisfied. Alright, that'll do it. Let's see. D. Karkarov says, hey, you are the only person I know who even streams these old school crawlers. You take all the rest you need. I appreciate it. Yeah, not a lot of people are going to play these kind of games on Twitch because, you know, there's not a huge audience for it. But if you like to watch and you ever miss a live stream, oh, see, detect secret here has gone off. What have we detected? If you like what you see, I always re-upload all of these streams to YouTube. So, did Trevi detect something? What does Trevi detect? I don't see a switch. Nothing. But there's something here. Nothing. Ah, here we are. Oh, I see a treasure chest. Good. Alright, so if this is your first time watching, you'll get to see how treasure chests work. Almost every chest in the game is trapped with bad stuff. So your rogue character, which in this case is my bard, can attempt to inspect the trap and disarm it. When you inspect it, you see this box here. These numbers indicate what steps you would have to take, 1 and 2, to disable a trap. So when I inspect it, I see that there's an asterisk in the one corner and the other corner. So I know the trap is going to have a number here and here. So it's probably Guardian. It has to be Guardian. So, I want to try to hit the button while the light is green. Oh, and we set it off. Oh, and it just straight up killed Claire. We have some interesting loot here. Looks like some bracers. Interesting looking sword. Crossbow, which Lulu will take full advantage of, maybe. Actually, never encountered the Guardian spell before. That was kind of brutal. We're going to bring Claire back with a resurrection spell. Max level. Alright, so let's save. And now we take the painstaking process of identifying some of this stuff. I'm going to cast my Identify spell on this potion, which is Milk of Magnesia, which basically what it is a potion that grants magic points back, and I cannot merge it. I cannot. Who am I going to give this to? Stick it right here. Alright, so we have a crossbow and a sword. So Sato is my character that does a lot of identifying. She's got the spell that lets you identify. Sword of Hearts. Special attacks. Kia. Usable by a bard. Okay, so I guess that makes up my mind with Lulu, right? Lulu is now a sword wielder. But let's see what some of this other stuff was. This armor is interesting looking too. Bronze Greaves. Who can wear this? Fighter. Valkyrie. Lord. Samurai. Doesn't really do me any good, this piece of armor, although unusual. Let's see, is this a special crossbow or just a regular crossbow? Ooh, a Siege Arbalest. Special attacks key. I don't know what that is. So this is some pretty good loot here. Lightning Bolt. Nice. So Lightning Bolt. So that means it'll work with that crossbow. Man, oh man. Okay, so we have some options for Lulu here all of a sudden. And then here's another quarrel. What is this one? A Hunter Quarrel. Okay, that was cool. But we have to do some healing on Claire here. Oops. Let's give Claire a nice big fat heal wounds. Then we have to rest a little bit more. So that was a cool little find, little treasure nook. Okay. You know what I think Sato's going to do? I think Sato's actually going to drink one of these milks, just because. Oh, I can't drink it. Why? Interesting. Pretty sure that's what that item did. Let me see something. Okay, that worked. You have to use it that way. That's odd. Alright. Either way, whatever. Get this enchanted blade back. This armor plate back. This detect secret back up. Alright, so I feel like around this corner may be one of the main goals of the dungeon. We'll see. Right, so Lulu can't reach with the sword from this angle. What a curious thing to find here. Looks like a ladder. Alright, I'm going to save the game. I'm going to go up the ladder. Emerging from the dark cave, you are shocked to discover an entire city built upon the mountain plateau. But it is no ordinary city. Like a palace made from sparkling jewels, there is an enigmatic glimmer which mirrors the light as if reflecting from 1,000 suns. And in the air, scarlet angels zip to and fro upon chariots of steel and fire. At your feet lies a glistening plaque, the City of Sky. I believe this is where the Helizoid come from. Gulvin says, I've got to head to bed, but glad to see you play. Have a good one. No worries, Gulvin. I appreciate you hanging out. This is actually where we're going to stop the stream tonight, because we have found the City of Sky here. I do feel like there's more to explore in the mountain, but we're not going to backtrack. When we resume the stream tomorrow night, it'll be right here in the City of Sky, seeing what we can do here, because I do believe this is where the Helizoid are from. We have their banner. We met one of their characters early on, so we should be welcomed as friends here. And this is, I think, if I remember correctly, is where a lot of story elements are going to start to become clear. But that was an awesome trek through the dungeon. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. And I always have to look at your name, Karkarov, D. Karkarov. If you watch routinely, don't be shy. Feel free to drop in the chat anytime you like. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Everybody have a great evening.